Oh my goodness. And there it is. Wow, get the pin to go.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Bowl TV for the Stepladder Finals of the PWBA Greater Nashville Open. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications and Bowl TV, and we are ready. We have the top four set for the event taking place at Smyrna Bowling Center, Smyrna, Tennessee, the host, fantastic facility, and we are excited to get underway in just a couple moments. Our players are finishing up their warm-up, so we're going to bring in our Hall of Famer, the 20-time titleist, Carolyn Doran-Ballard, to join us here for the call this evening. Let's bring her into the show. CDB, hello, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing much better now that you can hear me.
We are in business. It took us a quick second there, but we got it going. We have a phenomenal show for the fans here on Bowl TV coming up. Our opening matchup, Verity Crawley, who's making her third show of the season, taking on Birgit Norrijks, who's one of the most consistent performers throughout the course of this week. Was the opening round leader and stayed right around the top four throughout the course of the competition. The winner of that match is going to take on the two-time reigning player of the year, looking for her 15th career title, Shannon O'Keefe. And waiting in the title match, coming all the way from 11th place to first and almost gave it back. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. Daria Payuk went crazy on this 39-foot pattern in the final round. The players were pretty tightly matched up throughout the course of the top 12. But she made up 140 pins in 5 games to get to the lead. It was phenomenal to watch. And Daria looking for her second title, first since 2017. CDB, quite a show for this 39-foot pattern this week.
It is. I hate to use this word. I really don't want to use this word. So I'm going to change my thought process totally. I have said this for the longest time. When Daria Payuk gains the confidence, the mentality of getting over that edge of just having that one title and putting all of that together with her physical elements, she will be unbeatable. Phenomenal natural talent. Okay. I mean, she didn't always throw it like that, but once she learned, she allowed her body just to go through the motions and do what she does best. And honestly, there are many patterns that I think she should have bowled well on, and she blames it on, having to really, I'm going to use the word nurture her spare game to get her through those tough games. And she has done that. And over the last few weeks, I've had the pleasure of watching her bowl at City View Lanes while she's been in Fort Worth. And that is one thing she continues to work on. And it's nice to see it all coming together, every aspect of her game. I believe when she gets a feel, she's going to be very tough to beat.
Shout out to City View Lanes, Ballard Bowling Academy, located right there. So got to work that in, CDB. Shannon O'Keefe is going to be back in the Stepladder Finals for the second consecutive week. She was the runner-up to Kelly Kulick at the Albany Open. So showing her versatility, making back-to-back shows on very different patterns. Our opening matchup, though, Birgit Norrijks and CDB, she kind of has a parallel to you. She won a doubles title with Jason Sterner a couple years ago in 2017. And I'm talking to Emil throughout the course of the week. She is hungry for that individual title. She wants to win one on her own. You had a similar situation. You won your first title with Lisa Wagner, and it took you a couple seasons to get that first individual win. Talk about how important that is to get that victory for yourself.
I think it's very, it's very important. It's wonderful. I mean, there's nothing like winning a doubles or a team title because you get to share it with other people, and you're not relying on yourself. You're actually relying on someone else, and it's teamwork. So honestly, it's not as easy as everyone thinks. It may look easy, but it's not. But there is always that sense of, well, I want to do it on my own. I want the feeling of hoisting that trophy and knowing that all of the hard work I've put in has paid off. And Birgit has that. She keeps things simple. She does not overthink herself. And she's a workhorse. I mean, she does a lot of practicing when she can at home because, of course, with COVID, it was a little bit tougher. But even when she comes over here to the United States, she hits the lanes immediately and she knows her equipment and what she does best. So again, she's another one. Doesn't give away the pocket very often. Excellent spare shooter. And yes, she's hungry. So I think she's going to be tough to beat.
She's making her second championship round appearance of the season, has been in contention for a couple titles over the past few years, still looking for that first individual window. And a player just looking for her first win in general is Verity Crawley. Verity, a handful of runner-up finishes on tour, still looking for that first win. Her third show of the season, and she's been one of the best players since getting over that visa issue and getting back to the States to compete on the PWBA tour.
It's funny because, you know, they always say, just keep knocking on the door, just keep knocking on the door, and the door will eventually open. And I truly believe that in my heart. It's a proven fact. And that is exactly what Verity is doing. She's put herself in a good place. And what I mean by that is Verity is not only an all-around athlete and has all the aspects of her game, something that I talked about earlier about Daria. She has the mental toughness. She has the physical ability, and she has the desire to be a champion. She really has bowled well in some of her matches and just has not gotten that victory. But I think all of these TV shows and all of this making the right ball choice and moving up the ladder and moving up the standings, has truly given her a confidence that she says to herself, I'm in a good place. It doesn't matter whether I win or lose. I want to win, but I'm doing the right thing to put myself in contention. And I think that's important.
Absolutely. And we were getting ready for this opening matchup. Birgit Norrijks taking on Verity Crawley in just a moment. Folks, this is the pregame show. So for the folks watching on Facebook, on YouTube, this is the time. Head on over to bowltv.com. We are going to go ahead and get underway here in just a moment. So everybody hang tight. Once again, we do have giveaways as well. 3 bowling balls going out to 3 winners on bowltv.com. So pick up your subscription, check it out. We'll be right back to kick off the start of the PWBA Greater Nashville Open.
Athletes, please hold up on that warm-up. Hold up on your warm-up. No more deliveries at this time. Great party crew, rowdy bunch. No time. Let's give them a great big send-off for the PWBA Greater Nashville.
Our Director of Operations, Tennille Milligan, has given us the rundown. We are ready to get going. The first match in the stepladder finals of the PWBA Greater Nashville Open. Verity Crawley, the 4 seed. Birgit Norrijks, the 3 seed. So she is going to have the option of who starts. She says, Verity, kick things off for us. Excellent shot to kick things off for Verity. First look at Birgit. Oh, that 8-pin has been something that Emil mentioned throughout the course of the week and cost Alexis Nair an opportunity to make her first Stepladder Finals appearance in the final game. Verity Crawley in the books at plus 331. Alexis needing the first hit in the 10th. And left the 8-pin just like that, but the better place for it right there for Birgit. Takes care of the spare clean to kick things off. No 8-pin to worry about that time. Birgit connects for the strike in the second. You see the form. Great shot by Curtis Von Kruger. Working the down lane cam. And we'll see if Verity put together an early double. And not quite yet. Crawley had some roller coasters across that final round, as did most of the players. It was as high as the top seed at one point and out of it heading into the final game. Shot 207, a clean 207. Ended up seeing the number fall back to her. Make it 3 for 3, Verity. Folks, we are working with CDB. We had a little audio hiccup on her side, so we're trying to get her back into the broadcast here. Rolling. Hey, we were looking for messengers this week. Saving one up here for the finals. The light mixer results in the 7-10 for Birgit, working on the double. You saw those pop up a little more frequently as we got deeper into the competition. Takes a one, puts it back on the deck. And let's see, we're going to try to bring in CDB here.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, CDB.
I took the headset off, so we're going old school real quick, okay?
We will take it. We will take it, CDB.
We'll take it. This is awesome. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to catch up. I have been watching, though, just no sound. Verity means business, but Birgit, as usual, is, until the last shot, keeping up.
4 for 4. Crawley out of the gates.
One of the things I love about the ladies, and especially, I mean, look at this, getting that ball way out. Again, we saw this last week, getting that ball out to, last week it was more of that 7, 8, 9. She's actually getting it down the lane to the right of 5 and getting it back. But if you watch, she's getting it down the lane and it's very smooth off the pattern. This pattern was played a couple of different ways this week. And as you can see, if you had more axis rotation and like to open the lane like Verity, you could play it just like this.
5 for 5.
Verity, I mean, that is the perfect position at the foul line. And again, no grab at the end of her swing. It's smooth as silk. It really is.
See if Birgit can bounce back. 7-10 to go along with an 8-pin so far this match. Everything else strikes. Better result in the 5th.
Great shot by Birgit. Again, very simple game. Not getting her ball as far right down lane as Verity, and a little bit more. She's definitely smoother in the front part of the lane. And what I mean by that is she doesn't open up the front part of the lane as much as Verity on this pattern, but she definitely can open up a lane. I have seen her do it, especially when she bowled the U.S. Open.
That was something she talked about after round number 1 with us here on Bowl TV. Said she felt she could get it right just about anywhere, and it would come back here at Smyrna Bowling Center on this 39-foot condition. Bounces back with the double.
Very simple game. Plays a lot straighter in the front, of course, gets that ball down to about 10. And we've talked about this over the last few weeks with the patterns, the way they've been. The ladies are using bowling balls and surface to combat the end of the pattern where there's not that sharp break at the end. It's more of that smooth roll off the pattern, very controllable.
Messenger does not connect.
And you wonder with that much power how the pin didn't hit it, don't you?
Every single time, CDB.
Great shot. Actually didn't get that one as far right. Comes in just a little half pocket. Pin goes right in the front.
The Messengers have been very picky on when they choose to connect this week. Pins have been coming across the deck, but not catching the 10 too often. Picks up the spare, clean through 6. 30-plus pin advantage, Verity Crawley. Had back-to-back fourth-place finishes earlier this season. First at the Queens, followed it up at the BVL Open. Missed her first round of 12 of the season last week at the Albany Open. Back on the show here.
Verity is bowling with a lot of confidence right now. Right here you can see, and I wish we could slow that up even more. You can see just how when her swing gets to the top, it just starts to drop as her foot goes forward. Works a lot at Kegel, obviously, part of the Weber International team, and you can just see the work ethic that has gone into her game.
Feel Birgit is going to need a couple strikes here. Keep the pressure on. Excellent shot.
Definitely not backing down, but you're right. When the person you're bowling has the front five, hasn't missed the pocket, you know you're going to have to strike. So you have to make the best shots you can. Birgit's one of the bowlers too. Many years ago when I first watched her bowl, definitely got up on her leg, her slide leg a lot more, had a little bit more upper body movement. And over the years, especially when she said she wanted to compete on the PWBA tour, she worked very hard at using more of her legs. Definitely not as low as Verity, but the more she used her slide leg, she felt the less body movement she had.
The flat 10 in the 8th. That's going to drop her max down into the 230s, 235 now. It's going to need some help now.
Coming in just half pocket. Not a bad shot, but that's kind of like what you said, Aaron. You know, it was tough to get those 10s out every now and then. And you could throw 5 good shots of what you felt were good off your hand. But that half pocket was tough pair to pair.
Birgit, no problem on the spare. She made the show at the Greater Cleveland Open. Just over a month ago. Got that first win in 2017 at the Lucy with Jason Sterner. Verity's looking tough.
Just another play way deep inside again, getting that ball way right. See how when she gets that ball out to that 5-6, just a little bit more into the pocket off that pattern. When she doesn't get it as far right, it's that half pocket.
Verity 7 out of 8 strikes here in the opening stepladder final match of the PWBA Greater Nashville Open. She's 2 clean frames away from moving on to the semifinals. Three, 6, 10 in the 9th.
The tracer's so easy to see how she just did not get that one as far right. Got around that one just a little more. This was the lane in practice that seemed, even though she started out with the front 5, seemed to give the ladies just a little bit of trouble. And each week, obviously, because the lanes break down differently, one lane has always been the deciding factor.
No problem on the spare. Verity will just need any type of mark in the 10th frame to move on to face Shannon O'Keefe.
And I'm texting the ball reps as I'm on the live stream here, like I do every week. So, and well, both ladies, Birgit using it WMD to start. Again, a medium asymmetrical ball so she can, even out that pattern. I like ASIMs on a pattern like this too, because it is a lot smoother and very controllable. And he did say that Birgit had the left lane hooking a couple boards more. So again, you may see the left lane this week being that deciding factor.
We'll keep an eye on the left lane. Birgit will finish on that lane. 4 pin in the 9th. Her max now 224. So just a couple pins here in the 10th frame for Verity to make it official. See Verity talking to Sean Ryan, the Stormball rep. Nice shot there from Curtis Von Kruger on the extra cam. Emil Williams Jr. cutting the show for us here. 10th frame, Birgit. What could have been with that hit in the 4th frame, that's 7-10.
And if I'm not mistaken, the last show she was on, I believe she 7-10. Somewhere in the game where it was a crucial factor. It was early on, maybe the 3rd or 4th, and then she went on to string like 6 in a row. What are her other shows? I thought it was her last one.
That will officially wrap up game number 1. Verity Crawley is going to advance to the semifinals. She'll be facing a familiar foe in the championship round appearance here on the PWBA Tour, Shannon O'Keefe. She has faced Shannon twice for titles over the past few years. We'll see if she can get the breakthrough to go on to face one of her tour roommates and best friends, Daria Payuk, the top seed. Looks like Verity's sticking with the that promotion she's been using throughout the course of the match.
That ball comes into play a lot when they have to play deep because it's clean, yet again very smooth off of the pattern, and it actually allows the ladies to manipulate a little bit more and still give them the motion they want.
And this is what I was wondering about, CD, if we were going to see a ball change here, and she's going to make it on the second shot of the 10th. There's a look at our title this week, the trophy for the Greater Nashville Open, Smyrna Bowling Center.
Trophies look so pretty. And we've talked about that. We've talked about that too, Aaron, about using that fill shot, or in her case, the second shot, because the match was already over, to try a different ball or a different part of the lane, so that as transition keeps occurring, you know what your moves need to be.
She's going to bring out a third ball to take another look. Picks up the spare, 246-214. Verity Crawley defeats Birgit Poplar, or excuse me, that was her old name. Birgit Norrex.
We're going to bring over Shannon O'Keefe and Daria Payuk.
I believe we will have the opportunity to talk to Birgit here in just a moment, folks. But before we do that, we'd like to get going our first bowling ball giveaway of the day. A Brunswick Knockout to one lucky Bowl TV viewer. So in the left-hand corner of your screen, as always here on Bowl TV, you'll see the message saying a giveaway will begin soon. Watch here to participate. It'll count down. Then you'll have another opportunity. It'll say the giveaway has begun. Click the submit entry button. All you have to do, if you're watching in full screen, we do suggest you take it out so you can see the chat. And we'll get that going here in just a moment after we talk to Birgit. It looks like she will be joining us here in just a moment. So CDB, let's welcome her into the show. There she is. Birgit, hello.
Hey.
Hi, Birgit. Great bowling this week. Great bowling. You had that 7-10 there early on. I think that happens to you're rolling your eyes because I believe it happened to you on your last show also. You left
it happened on every show I've been on. Like seriously. Either way, it's got like stone 9, 7-10s, like stone 8, like it just happened. And that's the first 7-10 I got all weekend. So I don't know.
Well, you just got to keep knocking on the door. We talked about that earlier because it is going to open. You are putting yourself in position. But I do want to ask you one thing. I know a few years ago when I watched you bowl for the national team,
Mhm.
and I'm talking at least 5 or 6 years ago. Your game, you had a little bit more upper body movement. You weren't using your legs as much. And I remember when you made the show at the US Open, you had talked about how you were using your legs more and actually didn't have as much upper body rotation. You look great out there. You're steady, you're smooth to line, your swing just comes on down. What have you been working on physically to put you in contention?
I mean, I try to get better at it. I said that before. Like, I think I did pretty good this game. I struggled this morning. I struggled every first game today, just because my execution wasn't good at all. I worked on, just to get my legs stronger in general. I've been running a lot. Just trying to get better at, because I know, getting that body out is just not a good thing.
Right.
Well, Birgit, congratulations on another great performance out here.
Thank you.
Second championship round appearance of the season. We look forward to seeing you at the next stop. But once again, a great performance here in Nashville, and great week.
Thank you.
All right, Birgit Norreichs, finishing 4th place here at the Greater Nashville Open. We'll go back to the lanes. As we see Shannon O'Keefe, we see Daria Payuk, Shannon O'Keefe, and Verity Crawley coming up next, CDB.
I think every match is great, of course, because I think every lady out there is great. But this is going to be interesting because, again, just like you mentioned, bowling for a title again, they bowled for a title and now one match away from bowling for the title. So it's going to be very interesting.
And folks, we did promise a giveaway, so a Brunswick knockout. We are going to go ahead and get that started here before this semifinal matchup. Once again, if you're in full screen mode, please take it out for a quick second. Watch for the prompt in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and wait for the submit entry button. All you have to do is click it for your chance to take home a Brunswick knockout. Brunswick, one of our gold partners here on the PWBA Tour.
Selected Verity to start the match. So one more shot here for Shannon on lane 30. Verity's going to come back and join us. And we'll get ready for our semifinal match. In time, everybody get back, grab their seats.
Our Director of Operations, Tennille Milligan, handling the announcements on site. Just a couple of shots left to go before back in business. Semifinal matchup here at the Greater Nashville Open. Big shout out to the Smyrna Bowling Center and in Smyrna, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville.
They do a fantastic job. That staff, first of all, the bowling center is very nice, but the staff do an excellent job. We have a Spring Youth Championship there, and just very accommodating. And what a great community.
Verity will be starting this matchup against Shannon O'Keefe. As we mentioned, they have met a couple of times in previous Stepladder finals appearances, both in the title matches, going back to the 2018 Sonoma County Open. Very memorable one because it was ridiculously high scoring on a pattern that hadn't yielded any big scores throughout the course of the week, but both of them managed to shoot 260 in the title match. Shannon O'Keefe coming out on top of that one. And then last season at the Twin Cities Open, or 2 years ago, last season, 2019, at the Twin Cities Open, that title match going to Shannon O'Keefe as well. Verity Crawley looking to break through for that first win for Shannon. Has already collected a W in 2021, winning the Bowlers Journal Classic to kick off the year. She's going to be looking for her 15th career PWBA Tour title. Congratulations to Paul for winning the Brunswick Knockout. Semifinal match underway. Verity Crawley kicking things off.
And again, Verity looks like she moved even a little deeper, getting it slightly to the right of the trace. tracer. So it actually looks like she moved everything left. Remember now, Shannon is letting her start the match. Both ladies have the left lane hooking a little more. So it's interesting. She's making Verity finish on the right lane, and she will be finishing Shannon over on the left.
Through the nose, 3-6-10. First shot from O'Keefe.
Shannon, pure athleticism. As you can see, and this is what I love about that angle right there. Every lady that bowls on this on the TV telecast, you can see how they use the same break point, but enter that angle differently. Shannon, a lot harder, going to be a little bit straighter through the heads, but again, using the same break point down lane. Verity further left, a little bit softer on the ball speed, but still using the same break point. So that's such a lesson for everybody who wants to know about, oh, so-and-so is bowling well, or I don't throw it like them. You don't have to throw it like someone. You can get a good lane read and then condition what you want to do to your game.
Shannon with the conversion in the first. And that's something we've kind of seen throughout the course of this week on this 39-foot pattern. There was a spot to get to down lane, and
Yes.
It was just a matter of how steep you had to be to get to that, depending on ball choice, rev rate, speed as well. That one's going to need to hold up. 6-pin.
Both of those shots, though, Shannon got around. She grabbed them right at the end. Just got around them a little bit too early. Right here, you'll see her hand get around it early. Misses left. Ball's going to go a little high, especially on this left lane. Aaron, that's a great point, because you'll see people. Another great bowler, probably one of the best. I mean, obviously the best ever. Liz Johnson, attacking the lanes way further right than everyone else, making the cut. So again, it's just different on how you want to approach it.
Takes care of the spare clean through 2. First look at Crawley on the right lane here in the semifinal matchup. Gets the kick on the 10.
I spoke with Sean Ryan, and Verity is in the same ball, the pro motion. All she did is just how I made the comment on the left. She has migrated everything left to get away from that hook that was on the left lane, and she's actually even migrated a little left on the right lane. And that's something that the ladies, the more they bowl and the more they see these patterns, they are ahead of the transition before the transition gets ahead of them. And I'm telling you, that's when you know you have a good eye.
Crawley looking for another early 3-bagger. Connects. Started with the front 5 in the opening match.
It really does look effortless, doesn't it? When you watch that side view, just effortless. She just starts her steps and she goes. Look at that, how long she stays down at the line till her ball hits the pins. We see that out of a Julia Bond. We see that out of Shannon O'Keefe, Stephanie Johnson, who was on the show last week. This, again, women have been the best, no offense to PBA players, I'm just saying. Women are so much more about the fundamentals. They just groove into the fundamentals so much more. They're so steady on their legs.
O'Keefe flirted with a 7-10 there for just a moment. Saw one from Birgit Norreichs in the opening match. 7-pin falls late. But if you're Shannon right now, knowing Verity has looked strong here, what's going through Shannon's mind right now, CDB?
That shot actually looked pretty good. Came in half pocket. You saw I believe it was the 5-pin just go straight off the deck. I I know Shannon likes to use her ball speed to her advantage. I would migrate left. I would do what Verity right now, second game, she's the one that has the best look, correct? So what is Verity doing that's allowing her to have the carry? She's a little bit softer. She's a little bit deeper right now. I would move a little bit left, maybe soften up my ball speed a little bit and see if you can change the angle of the ball going into the pocket.
So we saw her start off with the deviate activate, and it looks like ball change is coming. The damn good verge also from deviate in Shannon's hands. Big 4 in the fourth. Big trouble for O'Keefe.
Yeah, that ball, it's a low flaring ball. So I think what she was trying to do is get something that's going to get down the lane and through the pins. But remember, this left lane, everyone who has practiced on it has said this left lane is booking 2 to 3 boards more. So, look, Shannon knows her equipment. Shannon knows what to do, and Shannon knows the moves to make. That just, sometimes, the majority of the time, she's right. And that just, not the right move. And she paid the price for it.
62 in the fourth, down big here. Semifinal match, PWBA Greater Nashville Open. Daria Payuk, our top seed, awaiting the winner. See if Verity can put this one out of reach early.
And you can see by that angle right there, especially if we do a back shot and we replay that, very soft off her hand, not trying to get around it a lot, just rolling it off her hand and feeding it. The lane itself, she's just feeding it to the right early, taking it down lane. She has a great look.
Started her match against Birgit with the front 5, looking to match that effort here against O'Keefe. Ten-pin.
That one almost went right over the tracer, coming in half pocket. So again, that move to the left, there's obviously some oil in there. Where again, you play the angle correctly, which she made the move, and she has the better carry right now.
Picks up the spare, stays clean, has the big lead here as we approach the halfway point of the semifinal match. Our other finishers this week, Valerie Bercier, 10 pins off the show, had a great final game to make a run at it. Alexis Nair in 6th place, her best finish. Rookie on tour this season, Brianna Cote 7th, Maria Bolanova 8th, Brianna Klemmer 9th, Shannon Pluhowski 10th, Cassandra Luthold 11th, and 2-time champion this year, Stephanie Zavala in 12th. Trip 4 for Shannon.
You move deeper onto the lane, just getting it right over the tracer. So close to where Verity is, but I think she needs to make another move on that right lane. And whatever move she would make on that right lane, I'd make a bigger move on this left lane.
Left a 6-pin through the nose in the second frame on lane 29. Big 4 in the fourth. The big jump gets the hit double. Kelly Kulick talked about that last week. Just kind of going through her matches like that, putting her head down, waiting for her next opportunity to bowl. Shannon knows she has some work ahead of her. Verdi looks to make it 5 out of 6, connects.
I never looked at my opponent. I always had my head down, unless I was lost. Unless I was lost and I needed to figure out what I needed to do on the lane and look to see maybe where they were getting their ball to. Other than that, I was basically in my zone myself. I really didn't. You really sometimes don't realize what's going on around you because you're just focused on your shot making.
Crawley a 10-pin last time up on the left lane. Didn't have to worry about it there. A near identical start to last game. Go take a look there at Chris Lucas, our general manager at the Smyrna Bowling Center. Quick look there. Big thank you to Chris and his staff for their hard work. All the fans out there as well, cheering on these great athletes on the PWBA tour. Looks like she made an additional move there. Got that one right.
Definitely got that one way right. You can't throw it to the right. You got to let the lane feed it to the right. But she made the move. You rather go light, leave something you can spare than through the nose. She also looks like she did slow up her ball speed just a little bit. And I definitely think the ball is reading the lane better.
Spare in the 7th, but O'Keefe running out of time here. And we see Verdi taking down some notes. CDB, what do you think Verdi might be jotting down there as she looks to make it to the title match?
Well, I think she is writing down positive thoughts and keeping track of what she's doing on the lanes. I do, because she likes to journal. She's a very positive person. Again, I spoke about how she's in a good place. And I think she continues to do what she has been doing the last few weeks that has made her successful. And staying positive, writing down what she's doing. Not only that, I know these ladies like to track the bowling centers so that when they come back here, they can look back on those notes to see what they've done. But I think she's doing that, tracking what she's doing, how she's feeling, how she's throwing it, and just staying positive.
See her tour roommate, Diana Zavyalova, looking on. And another one. This is the nearly exact same start as she had in her matchup against Birgit. 7 out of the 8 deliveries to kick off the game, strikes.
Yes, she is repeating. I don't want to use the word perfection because I really don't like to, I'm always a little bit superstitious, but I mean, she just is right on the money right now. Every part of her game, these first of all, the last few shows, but these 2 matches tonight, she comes out strong and she never falls throughout the game. That is a testament to being hungry and being on your game.
Little trouble in the 9th, 2-4-10.
Got this one way right of the tracer. Looked a little bit harder too off her hand. Looks like she came through that one just a little bit harder. Didn't quite read it. 2-4-10. Yep.
We see Daria Payuk awaiting her opportunity to bowl for the title here. Verdi's going to take one, but still in great position to take home this victory. At the moment, Shannon O'Keefe can strike out to get to 221. Verdi would just need a mark to advance. So Shannon needs the last 4 here to make her show up. And I feel Shannon's going to do just that because she's Shannon O'Keefe, and that's what she does.
Correct. And she's made the move. She has made the move on the lanes. She made the move. She got it out a little too far right. She left a 2-pin, spared it up, filled the frame. She knows what she needs to do. She's been in this position, and you're right. She's Shannon.
Tenth frame for O'Keefe. Gets the first one. Once again, if she's able to get these next 2 strikes, she puts at least a little bit of pressure here on Crawley.
Well, you look at this. She gets the next 2, and Verity gets up, and I don't want to say it, but if she gets a certain count, we could have a tie. Correct? I did add that correctly, right?
It's in play.
Yes, it is.
Gets it. Very important fill ball for Shannon O'Keefe coming up here.
Another great shot. That tracer, and I love it. I love this shot when we replay it. That tracer has been key on the last few patterns because it seems to be where we can see where that ball is getting to because of the angle that we're at. So again, this is a big shot.
And that 10-pin is a big deal for several reasons. Verity can now win with 9 in 2 shots. If she would have knocked it over, she would have needed some type of mark. Otherwise, 9 would have been a tie. So here's the situation. Working off the open in the 9th frame. 9 or a strike. She's moving on to the finals right here. That's a strike. Verity is moving on. She will be facing Daria Payuk next for the title at the PWBA Greater Nashville Open. The 9-pin, the last to fall. But now another opportunity for Verity to learn, as the next time she'll be up on the championship pair, 29 and 30. It'll be game time against Daria. Ball change, another 9-pin there. To fall late, but the pair of 240s out of the gates for Verity here in the stepladder finals. This will be a rematch of the title match at the 2017 PWBA Greater Detroit Open. Daria winning that matchup 224 to 203. Verity was the top seed. We switched things around here. Daria now the top seed. Verity making her way through the ladder. See another ball change there. 4-pin, 241 to 220 final score.
Put your hands together for Shannon O'Keefe.
A well-deserved round of applause for Shannon O'Keefe after another fantastic showing here on the PWBA Tour. Runner-up last week at the PWBA Albany Open. 3rd place here at the Greater Nashville Open. Good folks at Bowl TV, we do have another giveaway coming up here momentarily. We got a Roto-Grip bowling ball of your choice up for grabs, so we will go ahead and get that started here in just a quick second. It's going to work the same as the one before. Wait for that submit entry button. All you have to do is give it a quick click, You'll be entered for the chance to win. That is a trophy up for grabs today. Greater Nashville Open, Smyrna Bowling Center. Daria, we mentioned that win at the Greater Detroit Open. That is her lone victory on tour. She's had a couple of runner-up finishes for Verdi. Runner-up finishes, unfortunately, have been the name of the game. She has 4 of them. Still looking for that first win. Will it be today? Will it be next? Let's go ahead. Get that giveaway underway here as we take a look at Daria as she gets ready. For her practice shots. Once again, all you have to do is click submit or the submit entry button, and you are eligible to win a Rotogrip bowling ball of your choice. Rotogrip, a proud gold partner here of the PWBA Tour. CDB, as we get ready for this matchup of 2 very good friends. What is it like to bowl against, a tour roommate, someone, well, you travel with, your best friends with, especially for a title?
Well, I can even speak on that. Tammy Turner, one of my best friends, she's like a sister to me, beat me for the U.S. Open. Kelly Kulick beat me for the U.S. Open. Let's see. Shall I go on? It is all business on the lanes. And I've always said this. What you do on the lanes has no reflection on your relationship off the lanes. It's all business. If you can't win, you should want your friends to win. You should have your moments of, when the match is over, being angry and mad at yourself and whatever, and you need those few minutes. But it's one of those things where it isn't about the friendship, it's about business. And everybody wants to win. That's why you're on the lanes. I don't want to say it's a little bit harder or easier, because I don't think it's either or. I think it's just another match, because I keep using the word, this is your job. And after that, one of you pays the tab when you are celebrating.
All right, we're going to bring in Shannon O'Keefe real quick, back-to-back Stepladder final appearances here on the PWBA Tour. There she is. Shannon, congratulations on another great week on tour.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bowled great. And honestly, when the matches started, they said that left lane was the one that had been hooking a little bit earlier. But you made the move in going into that, a better half of the second half of the game. What did you see out there?
I just wasn't deep enough. We threw a different ball in practice, and it went really straight. And so I think it kind of freaked me out that I didn't need to be that deep. And so I moved a little bit back to the right, and it was just not the right move. And so I was behind it from the very beginning. And that big 4 was a really good shot. And it was just evident that I just was not far enough left. So once I moved far enough left, I had one really bad shot when I left that 2-pin. And outside of that, I threw it really good. So you live and you learn.
Yeah, no, you threw it great. I knew you made the move. You definitely moved deeper. And being who you are and being how great you're bowling, again, we knew you'd make the move in. And obviously this pattern is saying that the transition does need to be left and maybe even a little softer to get the ball to read around the corner. But another great week, and I'm sure we will see you back on Thursdays. Or I should say Saturday. Sorry. I don't know.
I hope so. That's the plan anyways, right?
All right, Shannon, congratulations on another great week, and thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon on Bowl TV.
Bye, guys.
All right, there we go. Shannon O'Keefe, 3rd place after a runner-up finish at Albany last week. We're just about ready for this title match, CDB. Congratulations to Don for winning the Rotogrip bowling ball of choice. So we have one more giveaway. We'll get that in the final match here in the first couple of frames. The Storm bowling ball of your choice will be up for grabs here on Bowl TV. But CDB, it's title match time. Here we go.
Looking forward to this one.
There's one excited little fan as well.
future PWBA star.
That's right, CDB. That's right.
Now, here's, again, I always pay attention, right, to how the person, the higher seed, picks who starts or finishes. So, again, Verity is starting the match, and every time she's had to end on the right lane, she's thrown a great shot.
Verity with the strike. That's what she's done to start these matches. Strings of strikes against her opponents. Front six against Birgit, front five against Shannon. First look at our top seed. Made the run from 11th to 1st in a matter of just 5 games in the final round. Daria Payuk looking for her second career PWBA Tour title. Powerful start to the match.
You are looking at 2 products of the Weber program. Spent a lot of time. Look at this. This is just physical greatness right there. Of the Weber program, Kegel, a lot of time on Specto, just learning angles. One of the things Daria has worked on, well, I should say one of a few things, A, her spare shooting, and B, she was holding the ball a lot lower. And this week she's opted to hold the ball just a little bit higher to allow her to get the ball into the swing just a little differently. And she feels like it's a little smoother where she can't grab it as much from the top.
We talked about messengers connecting and being very picky in that decision-making process. There's another one. Flying across the deck, doesn't connect with the 10.
Great shot. Verity and Daria playing the lanes very similar. Daria has obviously a lot more ball speed. But right now, not throwing it as hard as she normally does. And again, great leverage, great form, just great talent.
Uh-oh. Whew. All right. Talked about the spare shooting a little bit earlier, and that nearly cost her the top seed at the end of game 6, game 24 overall. She missed a single pin in the 10th frame, which gave Shannon O'Keefe the opportunity to step up in the 10th and actually tie Daria for the top seed here. But Shannon got the spare she needed, did not get the strike on the fill ball. 3 pins the difference after 24 games for the top seed.
I have to tell you, I think Verity's lined in anyway. She's had the best reaction out of all of the players. I'm not sure I would have let Verity keep ending on the right lane because she has thrown great shots on the right lane every time, as I mentioned, and she is the one that just keeps following the transition quicker than her opponents. Now, we'll see what Daria does, but the last 2 opponents, she definitely chased it a little bit earlier. And that's something that you need to watch as you learn to read your ball motion. You need to see that transition before it's happening.
She's got the pro motion. She's got 3 in a row. And once again,
very confident.
Once again, I looked there at Chris James. I had that wrong earlier, so I apologize for that. Chris James, our proprietor here this week at the Smyrna Bowling Center. Big thank you to Chris and his staff for all their hard work. Nine pin is not going to fall there. Very high on the pocket.
Didn't get this one as far right. Actually, I apologize. She did get that one right of the tracer, and it bounced off the pattern. That's why, again, Shannon had mentioned it. She says she wasn't deep enough. I would say Daria needs to make a move on this right lane. I'm going to wait till Daria shoots this spare before I say what I'm going to say. Again, I don't want to jinx anybody. One of the things you spoke about, Aaron, is the missed spare that might have cost her, at the time. One of the things that Daria continues to work on is, for as much power as she generates, she gets very steep with her swing. She feels when she's not bowling her best, her swing gets very steep. Gets to the top, she pulls down a little bit. She gets that upper body movement. And that little bit of movement and that little bit of steepness, she feels is what contributes to the spare shooting at times.
The first sign of trouble in the fourth, 2-4-10.
Gets this one way down the lane. Remember, that looked almost like Verity when she left the 2-4-10. Remember how the ball shot through the spot? She got it further right of the tracer and it never read it. That looked identical on that left lane.
It's in the ninth frame of the semifinal match. Makes a run at it. Oh, puts the 2-pin in front of the 10. Did everything she needed to do. The pins do not cooperate.
Great attempt here. Just goes right in front of it. Just like when we were talking about the leaving the flat or the blower 10s, the pin went right in front of it. Great attempt.
An opportunity for Verity Crawley to take advantage of the open frame. Looking for 4 in a row. 4-pin.
So Daria just left the high 9, right? Almost left the 4-9. Verity, a great shot, leaving the 4-pin. I would say it's time for both ladies to make that move left. Again, as Shannon said, the transition is happening quicker. It happens every time a ball goes down the lane. So you have to make those moves ahead of time. And I think you're going to see that when both of the ladies get back up on the right lane.
A problem on the spare, clean through 4, up 34 at the moment, Verity Crawley. So we get ready for the 5th frame. And folks, we are going to have that Storm Bowling Ball of your choice giveaway coming up next year. So after Verity's 5th frame, we will start that. Once again, look for the submit entry button. And that's all you have to do. Click on it for a chance to win Storm Bowling Ball of your choice. We got Paul and Don as winners already today. Will that 3rd winner be you? Gets the light hit, 4 out of 5 for Verity.
Sliding further left, getting it slightly to the right of the tracer. When she got it to the left of the tracer, she had a little bit of hold on that left lane. So that left lane is starting, the more you chase it, the better it gets.
Somehow nothing connects with the 7-pin there.
Made the move off that high, almost 4-9. Puts it way right down lane. Light 7-pin. Not a bad move, though. That's the thing, is you're looking to still, I rather go light than high, right? Because through the nose, you can leave a split. I mean, super high, right? But she made the right move. She was thrilled to death she made the spare. Given the high sign, the thumbs up. I love it. I have to tell you quickly this week, Daria and Diana hold a match against Garrett and Alyssa. They were practicing down at City View, and the kids had a great time bowling with the two ladies. So I thank them for taking time out of their practice session, although they all said it was good practice for them too.
And a second 9-pin for Daria. We did see those photos on social media. CDB looked like a great time, and
Yes.
Some great ambassadors for the sport as well.
Yes, great shot, makes the move. Probably has to make another move. Honestly, Daria right here, I think she's got to chase it on both lanes, and even more so with her eyes, so she doesn't feed it to the end of the pattern as quickly.
Uh-oh. Miss in the 6th. Big time trouble for Payuk. CDB, this is winning time right here for Verity Crawley. This
Yes,
is a second opportunity.
It's a big opportunity, but she needs to keep everything in check. Just keep doing what she's doing for the next few frames, and then let it all go.
Connects again. This sounds so familiar. We've said it so many times. 5 out of 6 to start the match. Congratulations to Brian for winning the final giveaway, a Storm bowling ball of your choice. So Paul, Don, and Brian are winners tonight. Our marketing team will be reaching out to you in the next couple of days to redeem your prize. Big thanks again to everybody for participating and being part of the Bowl TV community. Tenth frame, no problem there. You'll take that all day in this situation.
Absolutely. Verity, and again, I'm going to say it, she just keeps moving deeper, got her ball down. She actually looks like she got her ball down to where Daria did, but Daria has a little more ball speed. So it's not reading the pattern as, just that little bit earlier like Verity is. And, Verity is a great spare shooter. She's been on top of her game, and again, she's been knocking on the door.
Currently up 55 pins as Payuk gets ready for the 7th frame. Verity, the trials and tribulations to just get back to the PWBA tour. Same for Daria. Here they are competing for the title.
Great comeback shot by Daria. Look at how the swing drops and just tucks. I mean, that is just picture perfect from the back. It really is.
A max now for Daria of 213. Verity currently pacing 220. Eighth frame.
Well, you had stated earlier, Aaron, right here, when she lets that drop from the top, it tucks in, gets so close to her ankle. That's just picture perfect. But you had mentioned, as this pattern broke down and everybody moved to the left, you could throw it to the right and it would recover. But there was a point where you had to, like we've been talking about, you've had to chase that transition so that you still had a little bit left and a little bit to the right. But obviously these ladies have broken down these lanes nicely.
Verity Crawley striking the 8th. 2 frames away, CDB. See an extra breath right there. Trying to stick with the process, stay in the moment. She has 2 good shots away from her first PWBA Tour title. Ninth frame title match. Gets it.
I believe that's a seal of the deal right there. If I saw the scoreboard quickly, but can you add? It's over, right?
She's just going to need a couple of pins. You can see the hug there with tour roommate Diana Z. The long-awaited moment for Verity Crawley. Still is going to need a couple pins here to make it official, but this is going to be one sweet 10th frame upcoming for the young standout from England. With that, it is official, folks. We have a new champion on the PWBA Tour. There she is, Verity Crawley. Going to get a little payback from that 2017 Greater Detroit Open against Daria, but a moment they will both cherish, a moment they will both remember for their lifetimes. For Daria, she's been picking up steam each and every week here out on tour. Basically, when she came over from Poland, I believe the Lincoln Open was her first event, and that was basically her way of getting back into competitive bowling, was on the PWBA Tour. Took her a couple of events to kind of find her rhythm. She's been looking great the past couple of weeks. Now has a runner-up finish to show for it, her first championship round appearance of the season.
And also, she's willing to make the changes necessary to enhance her game and move her forward. The physical ability is there. It's putting it all together, kind of like what I said about Verity. Verity has the physical ability. She has her mental game. She does a lot of training off of the lanes. She has put everything together and has just continued to move forward to allow her to get to this position.
There it is, folks. The hug, the moment. They had the same embrace in 2017. And now Verity Crawley, after 4 runner-up finishes, can call herself a champion on the PWBA Tour. Verity, enjoy this 10th frame.
I'd be crying by now, like the water would be in my eyes, the whole thing.
Let's hear it, Smyrna.
Perfect.
There we go.
There we go.
Has been on an incredible run since returning to the United States. Her 3rd championship round appearance of the season, 2 4th-place finishes, and now a victory. Go wild, Bowl TV chat. We know you've been waiting for this moment.
Very well deserved. Very well deserved. And Aaron, one of the things too I want to point out, every match she bowled, she came out fierce. She did not have a slow start. She knew what she was doing. She looked like she was on autopilot, really. Just every game she got stronger and stronger.
Going to be in the 240s every game. Started off each game with at least 5 out of the first 6 strikes. There it is. Grab that trophy, Verity. You have earned it. It is yours. A champion on the PWBA Tour, Verity Crawley. The trio moment right there. This is all the feels. All the feels for Verdi.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daria Payok, everyone.
Once again, a great week for Daria. Made the incredible run starting the final round in 11th place, made it up to first in 5 games. That's what it's all about right there.
I'm going to turn this microphone over to Mr. James to present the trophy to our new champion.
Chris James is going to be joining us here.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you for Neil. Congratulations, and to all the PWBA members here making this a very successful event. Thank you very much.
I don't know what to say. Firstly, I just want to thank Storm, Coolwit, Vice, Bowlerette, Chemical Training Center, PWBA, USBC, BTAA, and of course the Bowling Center and all of these fans. It is amazing to have you guys back, and I'm so happy and thankful for all of you. I did it, guys! Yeah! The PWBA entire staff and crew, thank you so very much for joining us today. Make sure to follow us on PWBA.com, Bolt TV. Check in to see if Verdi wins another one this season. You just never know what's happening. But again, we thank you. Be safe, be good, and support your sport. Have a good evening, everyone.
Our sign off from Tennille Milligan. Verdi Crawley, our champion. We will wait to see if we can get a few words with her. So we're going to have Verdi join us in a quick couple of moments here. CDB, we're going to go away from the lanes for just a second here as we get ready to welcome in a brand new champion on the PWBA Tour, Verdi Crawley. Let's bring her in. Verdi, congratulations. You're a PWBA Tour champion.
I did it, guys.
You did it. We had no doubt, by the way. You don't look like you doubted it either. I had no doubt. Okay, you had to knock on a few more doors than I thought you would, but I have a couple of questions. First off, this has been a very long time coming. I think everything you've done, you've moved forward. You never dwelled on the past. So hats off to you on that. I made a mention to Aaron from game one, even the past couple of weeks, you came out with a vengeance, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. You never lost your way to the lane. You stayed ahead of the transition. Everything fell into place. What was your game plan tonight?
To really stay in the moment, the biggest thing was TV shows go by so quickly. So I really wanted to kind of just slow time down and appreciate being here, appreciate being able to bowl against the best in the world. And, you know, that's kind of been my thing for the whole tour, is just to be grateful. I was stuck in England for a while. I don't want to say stuck, but in a way I was, bowling was taken away from me. And I'm just so grateful to be able to be back here, be competing. And I really just wanted to embrace that tonight. And again, it all came down to execution. All I can do is execute my shots. And then whatever happens, happens. And it just so happened that this time the pins fell my way.
All right, I got to ask you really quickly also before I turn it over to Aaron. I saw you writing down in your journal, and I gave a guess as to what you were writing. You were not writing love letters to your boyfriend in Florida. Can you tell us a little bit about what you were writing in your journal?
Yeah, okay. So actually, my journal gets posted to my Patreon subscribers. So sometimes it's a little bit of notes for them. And I normally write down what I'm using, where I'm playing, little notes about the lanes. And today in this match, it was more just about motivation and keeping my head in it. I wrote down, I told myself to breathe. I told myself to enjoy the moment, and just those kind of mental triggers that I wanted to remember.
Excellent. I love it. I took a guess on that one and said you were being totally positive.
Yeah.
So congratulations. You're just a pleasure to watch. It was awesome. It was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Verity, I am very looking forward to your next Twitter post, by the way. So that's going to be a good one. But, you know, we mentioned it once you made it to the finals. You're taking on Daria. Going back to 2017, you guys had that matchup previously. And, you know, you had the moment at the end after she finished up. You had the hug, had the moment. You know, it's obviously always tough to bowl against, you know, some of your best friends. But, you know, what was that moment like to share that with her, knowing there we go.
Literally perfect timing. They were just talking about you girls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
We're very happy.
so happy. About time. About time. Very happy. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's really special to have their support and to know that they're fully behind me when I'm bowling against Daria. It's just like bowling against any other competitor. I am bowling against the lane. I can't control what they do. And it's all of that cliche things that, you know, you hear everyone say, but honestly, they're so true.
Well, it was just incredibly fun to watch. We mentioned, as Carolyn said, you know, starting each game 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7, 7 out of 8, 240s each game, a dominating performance on the way to your first career victory. It was so fun to watch. We knew this moment was coming for you, and to be a part of it is special for us as well. So congratulations. Please enjoy the celebration tonight, and we look forward to seeing what's up next for you.
Thank you, Bowl TV. I'm so happy that everyone has been able to watch this. The fact that my parents were able to tune in from England is special. So shout out to them. I will see them soon.
Well, they're watching you in Florida too, because I just got a text message from Dawn Warren. So everybody watch.
Everyone watch, but that's what, you know, Bowl TV has made that possible.
That is
So
correct.
thank you to PWBA,
It's awesome.
USBC, BPWA, and then I just want to thank Storm, Bowler X, Cool Whip, Vice, Kegel Training Center, and just everyone out there that's been so supportive and believed in me before I believed in myself.
Awesome. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks, Verity. Congratulations. All right, CDB, the Greater Nashville Open is complete. Verity Crawley, a PWBA Tour champion. Just a phenomenal performance, a masterpiece through that stepladder finals. Games of 246, 241, and 245 on the way to the title.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I said the same thing from game one. She came out fearless. She came out with a vengeance. She had her game plan. I love how she says, I just wanted to stay in the moment, stay present, keep breathing. Again, it's such great advice. It seems so simple, but it really is. Don't get ahead of yourself. And it does go by fast. So you don't want to get ahead of yourself, because before you know it, it's over in the blink of an eye. So by writing in her journal, which is another key to people watching, do it, try it. It kind of takes your mind off of what's actually in front of you and keeps you in your zone. You already know what you're there to do, right? So that kind of transitions you into just your little tunnel. And then you get up and you do your job. Let me tell you that this talent out of this younger generation is so phenomenal. It's a pleasure to watch them all. And I know everybody can't win every week. I get that. But it's so nice to see their progression week to week. Like Daria, like we spoke about, has been working on things, and now she made her first telecast, and then Verity knocking on the door. So there's just more great things to come for this new era of bowlers.
The future of the PWBA Tour looking bright. Verity Crawley, the champion this week. Daria Payuk, an excellent run as well. Runner-up finish for her from the Greater Nashville Open. And folks, this is going to conclude our broadcast. So a big thank you once again to Smyrna Bowling Center for Chris James and his staff for all the hard work in putting together this event and making it happen for us. Of course, the USBC BPWA and their board of directors. Kegel, the official lane maintenance provider of the PWBA Tour, the athletes. What a show this week, CDB. It was so much fun to watch. And of course, the Bowl TV community for tuning in, having a blast in the chat, and being able to come together, watch this great bowling, this phenomenal bowling. You really are watching the future of the sport each and every week on the PWBA Tour. So we thank you for being a part of that. Congratulations again to Paul, Don, and Brian, our giveaway winners tonight. And of course, the PWBA team on site. We have Tennille, Caitlin, Kathy, and Cecil, the Bowl TV crew, Curtis Von Kruger, Emil Williams Jr., for my Hall of Fame broadcast partner, CDB. Thanks again for joining us, Carolyn. I'm Aaron Smith. We're signing off from the Greater Nashville Open. We look forward to seeing you next week at the PWBA Louisville Open, starting on Thursday with the official practice session, heading into competition once again. And we'll see what's going to happen. Will we have a brand new champion once again? Who knows? Got tuned into Bull TV to find out. So, folks, have a great night. We'll see you soon. And remember, on Bull TV, bowling lives here.